like the weather this time of year in the South? Perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions.
Sterling Hoffrick there to kick off for the Falcons.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone, and this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. This is DeAndre Swift, who, of course, played just up the road in Athens. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
At the 28-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Stafford. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And it's 3rd down.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
Take over 1st and
that is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
The 24-yard line.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Watch 22.
On on 2nd and 12. Ryan. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler, Julio Jones. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
He had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
45-yard line.
Now it's Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Watch the run, watch the run. 51, Mike 51. Here we go. 51 to Mike, 51.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he'll complete this one to Berrios. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Mike, shot, got it. Down to lose one.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
They'll take over.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Second and 12. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot, excellent coverage, didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Gurley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on
defensively. We always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Kerryon Johnson, 3rd-year man from Auburn. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be an awfully productive back in the NFL.
The intended target, T.J. Hockenson, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. Flushed out right. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Falcons 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Nice play, 29 yards there. First down, Detroit.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running is Swift. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 44, Stafford looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's a gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Directly over him. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Lions nothing. Sterling Hoffrichter.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And his throw's going to be incomplete. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. But now it's third down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
They'll take over.
So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right?
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. Just keeping the play alive. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Second and 6. Running from the gun, Johnson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2nd and 7 from the 20. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the shotgun, Ryan. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Take it in at the 22. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the middle.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. Open man is Galladay. Complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here comes the Lions punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Ryan. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
1st down.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
At the 44-yard.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
A run with Gurley there on 1st down, going to get about 4 yards.
Tackle me.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ito Smith, his 1st carry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and upports the incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Down and 11.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a loss of 8 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
A gain of 14.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Stafford. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Brought him down. A gain of 12. First down, Lions.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a carry for Swift. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The First down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. The quick throw complete into the flat-out left. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? On 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Here's Ryan to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Again they run with Gurley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Chain, name, I like your respect. Give them more than when I get expecting up the back. In fact,
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
40's Mike. 40's Mike. I smell fancy.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing deep for Galladay. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Stafford. He completes it to Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Tyler Davison on the tackle.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20.
A gain of 40.
Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play.
At the Falcons.
But the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Now it's Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Here's Swift. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. They'll try to run with Swift. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be covered up by the Falcons. And that should just about seal it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The first down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he gets it down to the 32.
First down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Atlanta, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.